Welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to put the base on this Columbian Vise. I got this from Amazon, probably paid a little bit too much for it, but the metal supply place for me is quite a drive. So I think I paid $12 or $14 for this, which is, you know, probably too much, but anyway, it kept me from having to drive like 25 miles. So anyway, I'm going to clean the edges up because this is just cut with a shear and it's really sharp. So I'm going to bevel this up, then I'm going to go ahead and mark the points off here, bring this over to the drill press, drill the holes out, and then tap it, but I'm going to have to sort of bevel these edges down so they fit in here also. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of little steps on here. I'm going to try to bring you along for the ride, show you what I'm doing. Should be a practical little build. I'm not sure if it's going to make great content because it's going to be sort of small footage, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I've marked out the 3 holes and center punched them. What I'm going to do is go through, start relatively small and start moving my way up through this stainless. As I understand it, the stainless will tend to work harden and become a real pain in the ass to work through, to drill through if you don't just keep good pressure on it, keep it cutting. So while it's possible to drill through this with a regular old hand drill, this is the perfect application for a drill press where you can really start putting some pressure on it and let that puppy eat. So anyway, I'm gonna punch these holes out, bring it over to the drill press, and you get a chance to actually see that thing in action. So that's it. With the higher pressure on the drill with the quill, you can really force that bit down in there and get a good solid cut, a good chip out of it. Unlike when you got a regular drill. I mean, this is a piece of shit drill bit too. Somewhere I've got some cobalts. Anyway, I don't know what happened to my drill bits. One day I had them, the next day I didn't. Now I think what happened with that is I came in a little too slow and it sort of work hardened and got stuck for a second, but then finally I just pushed right through it because you could, I don't know if you could hear the sound, but anyway, you could tell that there was a significantly harder spot in there. So I think what I'm going to use is this drill bit. It's a one process drill and tap bit to tap this off of the 3/16 or 3/8 bolt that I have. These aren't real great, but you know, it's what I've got on hand. Now, a couple months ago, I was drilling a piece of 1/2-inch plate steel for another project I had going on, and I had a welding glove on, and the piece got away from me because I didn't have the clamp on it, and it hit me so hard here that it tore the finger off the welding glove, and this hand didn't work right for weeks. So take the extra time and get a clamp to hold these things down, and notice that it's also resting along this joint here, so not only does it have downward force there, but the torsional load is also loaded up against there, because you don't want this goddamn thing going around. Even though it's spinning really slow, I mean, it looks slow now, but when that thing's out of control, it's scary as hell. So. Alright, so you can see, sorry, hard to tell, but there is a complete chunk taken out of this twist bit. So this was busted right off the hop. I may have done this in the drill press, but thank you. Anyway, I had a second one and I was able to get through it, but the stainless is just so damn hard to work with. I think on its own it's pretty soft, but it's the fact that it work hardens and you can hear it just catching and fighting to get through here. And these shitty cheap bits are great tools to have. You know, I was pricing a new tap and die set, and they range anywhere from, I don't know, with the drill bits and the tap, the kinds that I like, I don't know, I think it started $160 or something like that. It's just a lot of money. And then for as much work as I do along that front, when you look at a set of these for $12 or $15, I mean, these get me by for 99% of the time. But this is not what I do for a living. This is just what I do for fun. So I don't want to break the bank spending hundreds of dollars on tools that are easy to get lost or easy to break or anything like that. So anyway, I'm not trying to justify buying cheap shit. I'm just saying that for me, it doesn't make sense to spend hundreds of dollars on stuff. And if you take your time, go slow, you can use hand tools and just make do with what you got. So, and that's what I do. And you know, luckily I had two because I broke the first one. But anyway, it looks like it's going to work now. The next job is to, these don't fit in here quite well enough. You see how there's that, I want to make that fit down in there just about flush. So I think I'm going to take these down on the sander. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to figure it out. Alright, I've got the bolts sort of pared down a little bit. Alright, so now I have to hack off these bolts. Alright, so there it is. That's the stainless steel base on the Columbian Vise. And this is... it's pretty sturdy stuff. I think that no matter what I do, this piece of plate will hold up to whatever the hell I put it through. It's pretty sturdy. I'm happy with it. I was gonna lay a couple welds, stainless welds on the bottom here, but you know, I'm gonna see how I like it first before I'd make anything permanent, because I think one of the mistakes that I made is that I was hoping that this would swing out over the end, and I didn't account for the fact of it not swinging out over this end. So that way, if I wanted to pin this down and hang this out over the front, I could, and it doesn't do that right now. But I'm not sure if that's a problem. It's just what it is, and there's always going to be some sort of compromise. But right now, the most important thing that it does is it swings out over itself, so that this is a super sturdy little vise that I can take with me. If I want to go out and sight in one of the rifles or something like that, I can bring this out, hook it down to the swamp buggy, whatever I need to do. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is going to add a lot more utility to this vise. The next project coming up is going to be the Grand C-clamp. I'm still trying to do some research on it. Haven't been able to find a lot. Anyway, that's upcoming. This is done. I've also got some other content that talks about some of the other machines that I've got here. A trencher that has probably seen the end of its useful life. Just some other oddball stuff that I get into that's not really hand tool related. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, please subscribe, comment. Anyway, thanks. Have a good day.